It's Gurley power. It's the coach. This is NFL football on EA Sports. Coming up, running back Todd Gurley, fresh off a standout performance a week ago, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Detroit Lions. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the former Louisville Cardinal, Teddy Bridgewater.
To me, the best part of Teddy Bridgewater's game is his decision-making. Very smart, loves to watch the game, loves to analyze it, and he does it so well, he takes care of the football and keeps his team in good spots.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A first carry now. This is Johnson. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Hey, we got 3 down.
Now on 2nd and 13. Bridgewater throwing the out route incomplete. That's Fleming. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater.
That's how we do it, baby.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
I think his task in this game is really simple. Eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I led with that because he had 3 touchdown passes.
Right.
So there's a lot of good that he did. But he's got to take care of the ball better. The ball has to go to guys wearing the jerseys that they're wearing this week, not the opposition.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. The headshots here are the offensive unit. And what about Brandon Cooks?
If he's not a 1,000-yard receiver every year he's healthy in the league, I'll be surprised. Came out of college wanting to be a pro, studied all the best receivers in the NFL before he even got to the league.
Now this throw caught left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10. Time to roll through the starters defensively for Detroit. And they're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're going ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, you better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Mike 5-5. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Running from the gun, Johnson trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Bridgewater now from the 50. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Call it a gain of 4 there, but those yard markers a ways away here. 3rd down coming up. On the defensive side of the ball, the starters for Los Angeles. And they're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
And the focus now is making sure that they're hitting on all cylinders as they head into the playoffs. And that means they've got to stop the run better because playoff football often means running football. So they've got to be prepared for that.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. And, you know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. It's no secret that this is a team that's built on passing, but as you always tell me, you have to throw the run in there every now and then to keep that pass sharp.
Yeah, you have to, because otherwise, if they never have to worry about running the football, it is just a controlled sprint to your quarterback, and eventually, you're calling on your backup quarterback.
But they got to do better than that last go-around. They went in the wrong direction. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best. And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On first down, it's Gurley. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. The numbers on the ground for Gurley last week. 23 carries, 86 yards.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career, that draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they called Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
An update from Buffalo. It's the Bills with an early lead over the Jets. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Bridgewater. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. A first down carry here for Johnson. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
On second down now. It's Johnson. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Now Bridgewater.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and this will remain a scoreless game. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
That's a very nice game there, a confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Gurley again here on first down. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. That last run good enough to have him surpass for his career, get this folks, 12,000 rushing yards.
And how about this? You're in shouting distance now.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Their bread and butter is their pass. And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Lions will take over. They begin the drive with Johnson, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Bridgewater on first down. He gets this one to Johnson.
Yeah, baby. It's been a long day for you.
No score after one on EA Sports. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Here's Bridgewater. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Defense.
How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
He's got Smith here. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down.
55. Right there in the middle. 55.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
On 1st down, Johnson. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's a bootleg with Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Johnson. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Duke Johnson with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Todd Gurley and the Rams offense set to take over. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Play action now. Bridgewater. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Gano the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, well, the conclusion we can draw so far, they're losing here in the second quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the toss, it's Gurley. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage with a flag down here to boot. So they may back up further. So that one will be accepted.
We got this. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Coming.
Out of the gun, Goff. This is caught by Robinson. It's a gain of 7, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. On the draw, Robinson. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37. The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 41-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. Now they nabbed the rookie there for the 5-yard penalty.
So much going through his head. You know it just has to be, right? All of his assignments and realizing every game he plays, one of the better players in the league will be opposite him.
This pass from Goff to Everett, the tight end. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Goff. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Deshaun Hand in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
And his kick here is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again here, Teddy Bridgewater coming back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
Come on now, let's go.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A throw over the middle, taken in. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Throwing, Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Ebukam, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He'll get this one to Switzer. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Bridgewater. Open man is Switzer, complete. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Bridgewater now to Switzer over the middle. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. And again, it's Bridgewater. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. The final shot before break here. Goff. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Roughing the passer, defense.
The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that looks like an extra step was involved.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In our game, it's Teddy Bridgewater with a standout first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So Jared Goff, he is the focus of our player spotlight. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Goff, he's going to dump it off to Gurley. It'll be a gain of 4, and they're going to have a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Goff. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a 1st down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Robinson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. A Ram 1st down as Goff finds Kupp.
Let's go!
Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Goff. He gets it to Cooks. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. That catch for his career is number 731, and that's the number that Calvin Johnson ended with when he stopped his career in 2016.
Yeah, what could have been for him. So maybe now what we'll see is someone else continue to elevate their game and put this number well in his rearview mirror. I think 800, not out of line here.
Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Again, Goff sets up the screen to Robinson. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. Third and long. It's Goff. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Here's Goff. And that one's complete to Gurley. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And his kick is good. And a 2nd field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the 1st half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Kenny Golladay making his way back onto the field with the rest of this offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Once more, he was trying to get it to Kenny Golladay, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down, and that's knocked away and incomplete. This defense tried to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball in the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Goff. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Goff on first down. He finds Robinson. And down inside the 15 he goes. First down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. From the red zone now, Goff. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Third and 2, Goff. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So it's a 3rd field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
So they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat. But they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the posts.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead,
There goes Duke Johnson. The 20. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A big run there by Johnson. 59 yards for him on the ground. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Bridgewater. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're...
Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And a special play there by the special teams. It's one thing to fake it. He ran it in for the score.
I think the special teams coach saw something on film in preparation for this game, told the head coach now's the time. He got the green light, and they worked it to perfection.
Gano for the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down.
58, Mike. Blue down.
On first down, Goff. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. This pass from Goff to Everett, the tight end. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Roughing the passer defense.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
A throw over the middle taken in. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 16 yards is the pickup there at a first down for L.A. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll find Everett there, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
We call that a sack block.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be... And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Brandon Cooks with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they'd been down there. They'd been in enemy territory, as you said. They just hadn't been able to punch it in until that point. And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. And it's good, so that will get them back within 1 score. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And it's right about this time of year you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
And I think for most teams, the obvious is to try and be the number 1 or number 2 seed. But when you look at it across the league and throughout the history of trying to get to the Super Bowl, the teams you really fear are the ones that get hot and sometimes sneak in at a 5 or a 6 seed, because we've seen those teams actually get to the Super Bowl and occasionally win it.
Yeah, you think of the Giants a couple of times. Steelers have done it. You're right. It has happened and will happen more in the future, I'm sure. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Bridgewater to throw it. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Good job.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 20. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Aaron Donald in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. To throw, Bridgewater. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Samson Ebukam, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And out will come the offense as they take over. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. Out of the gun, Goff. And Cooks has it over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards that time.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you. 58 Mike.
Now a first down throw. Goff. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again is Goff. Working the middle here, that's complete to Everett, the tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
To the air again, Goff. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Bridgewater. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. In on the stop, DeMonte Casey. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Johnson on the counter. And an alley to run. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Johnson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12, down to about the 22 here. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Here's Bridgewater. Able to find Switzer. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Passer defense.
Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Down to a knee goes Bridgewater, and that ought to do it.
The play lost a yard. It's now 3rd and goal.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for Detroit, their battle to finish 500 gets a slight lift as they move to 6-8 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Rams, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.